So a few years ago, I was asked to help decorate for a Valentine's show, and they had like zero budget for the show, but they wanted some nice, beautiful decorations. And so I came up with this. Might not look like much, but when you put it all together, I think it looks very beautiful. And it cost me nothing. Like, I had everything I needed around the house, and I thought, you know, I'm gonna pull this out and I'm gonna decorate for Valentine's Day, but this really could be used for so many different things. It could be used, and it can be in so many different colors. It could be used for a party, for a wedding. Like, I think if I were gonna get married again, that this would be beautiful if I just got all these sticks and did white little buds all over them and put them in the buckets and put them just around, you know, if it was an outside wedding, just around the yard. If it was an inside, just all around the wedding hall or the church. And it just brings in a beautiful, elegant, natural, because, you know, the branch brings in kind of a natural element that I think it just is beautiful. And it is easy to make and really cheap. So I thought I'd show you. All you need is some branches. I live in Maine, so branches are plentiful. I just went out in my backyard. Not everyone is quite that lucky. And if I had to buy branches, like you can buy artificial branches, I wouldn't do this. It would be too expensive. But if you can drive to a wooded area that's not too far away, that's not on private property, all you need to do is find a dead tree. Dead trees don't need their branches anymore. Don't take it from a live tree. They do need their branches. And they don't have to be big branches. You don't need any chainsaws or axe. All I used was some quick, easy little clippers that I have for gardens, for going out in the garden and, you know, cutting out flowers, or even if you just buy flowers and you have to cut out the ends. So just little clippers, because you don't even want one that's as thick as your pinky. You don't need anything that big. So all it takes is these branches, and they can be all different sizes. You know, if you were gonna lay them like in the middle, if you had a banquet table and you were gonna lay them down the middle of the banquet table, you might want them a little bit smaller. If you're gonna put them in these buckets, you might want them a little taller. But, you know, however you wanna use them. So all you need is the branch. You need tissue paper. I had tissue paper from, you know, gifts that were given to me. For these, I used a light pink and a dark pink and white, just for variety. But if I were gonna you could do like a wedding and do all white. That would be so beautiful. You could do a fall formal dance and do reds and oranges and yellows. You could do like a prom, an under the sea kind of theme, and do all blues. It would be so beautiful, so cheap. Because even if you have to go buy the tissue paper, if you don't have a stash of people's, you know, gives you gifts and comes with tissue paper, it's still so cheap to go buy at Walmart or Target or a party supply store, or you can even get it online in any color you want, in large quantities if you were doing a big wedding, and it would still be pretty cheap. So all I'm going to do is take this tissue paper, fold it, maybe fold it again. Actually, I could probably even fold it a third time, because this is really easy to cut. You know, just cut off, say, 1.5 inches, but it doesn't have to be perfect because I don't even have to measure. And then I'll cut these ends since they're folded like that. And maybe I'll cut it in half. So they're about 1 inch, 1.5 inches, sort of square, more rectangular, but not a big deal. They don't have to be perfect. Then you just take one little square. I'm gonna fold it in a triangle, and in a triangle again. I'm gonna take my branch, put a little bit of hot glue here on the point part of the triangle. Doesn't take a lot. Stick it right to my branch. Hold it there for just a few seconds till it's nice and stuck. And then, because I don't really like this flappy thing where you folded it twice. And so once it's on the branch, I like to put a little bit more glue right there so I can kind of glue that down, because I don't want that flappy thing. Hold it for a couple seconds and do it again. 2 quick triangular folds. You can fold it probably in a square too. That might look good too, but I did triangles. Again, tiny bit of glue. Nice thing about this is it doesn't really take a lot of brain work. So if you wanted to get some friends together and just make a lot all at the same time, you could talk and giggle and have a good time and not have to really, I mean, you could just make a ton of these things easily and still have a fun time. Sometimes when I do things that you have to think about it and you can't do it in a big group, but this you could easily do in a big group, or if you were by yourself, you could put in a movie, watch the movie at the same time. Anyway, get that pushed down. And you just keep, I have glue stuck to me. Just keep going until you have as many on there as you want. It can be as full as you want it to be. It doesn't have to be full. It's completely up to you. Open that up. Put a little glue on the inside. Ow. It is hot, so watch out for your fingers. And the tissue paper doesn't give you a lot of insulation between you and the hot, so you do have to be light touch. So once you have it as full as you want it to be, it's kind of a good place there, I think. Kind of pick off any strands of glue that might be hanging. And then I just go back and I open up the flowers, you know, just a touch, so that they look more like buds and not triangles. So I don't know if you can see that. If you just open the fold back a little bit, it just makes a little flower look. I'm getting attached here. Open up the flower look. You don't have to put them all on the ends. I noticed on this one I put one on the ends, but I don't think I did on all of these. But just open them up so they look like little buds coming out of the branch. And there you have it. Add it to all your other branches here. And you have just this beautiful spray. Put this other branch that I had out in. Can't even see me. Of flowers to decorate with. So I have 2 buckets. I wanted to be able to see kind of more of the full effect to put either on either side of my front door on the inside, because I live in Maine and we have snow, or maybe on either side of my fireplace would be pretty too. They'll look really nice for Valentine's Day. So if you like this video, can't even see me, but like and subscribe, and I will see you next time.